On March 27, 1977, the Tenerife Airport disaster occurred. The primary cause was the miscommunication between the KLM Flight 4805 crew and air traffic control. The KLM captain, Jacob van Zanten, misinterpreted a message from the air traffic controller, believing he had clearance for takeoff when he did not. Despite the first officer's objections, Van Zanten continued with the takeoff, which ultimately led to the collision with the Pan Am aircraft. On that day, there were heightened security concerns in the aviation industry due to fears of terrorism. The Pan Am flight involved in the collision, Flight 1736, had been en route to Las Palmas, Spain, when a bomb threat was made against the airport. As a result, the flight was diverted to Tenerife, along with several other flights that had been scheduled to land in Las Palmas. The airport at Tenerife was already experiencing heavy traffic due to the diverted flights, which contributed to the miscommunication and confusion that led to the collision. The bomb threat at Las Palmas turned out to be a false alarm, but the diversion of several flights to Tenerife had a significant impact on the events that led to the collision. Several human factors contributed to the disaster, including the KLM captain's decision to take off without clearance, despite the first officer's objections. Furthermore, the Pan Am crew's decision to turn off the main taxiway onto an unmarked taxiway led to their aircraft being in the wrong position on the runway, increasing the likelihood of a collision. In the final minutes of the crash, the KLM aircraft attempted to take off, despite the Pan Am aircraft being on the runway. The Pan Am crew saw the KLM aircraft approaching and attempted to avoid a collision by turning off the runway. However, due to the lack of visibility and poor weather conditions, the two aircraft collided, resulting in a massive explosion and fire. On board the Pan Am flight, some passengers and crew members managed to escape the plane before it exploded. One of the most well-known survivors was a flight attendant named Mercedes Ruiz, who helped other passengers escape through an emergency exit before jumping from the plane herself. She suffered serious injuries, but ultimately survived. On board the KLM flight, there were also some survivors who managed to escape the plane before it caught fire. One of the survivors was the flight engineer, who was sitting in the cockpit at the time of the collision. He was able to escape through a window and crawl to safety. It's worth noting that many of the survivors were able to escape due to quick thinking and bravery on their part, as well as the actions of others who helped them. In particular, the actions of flight attendants and crew members played a critical role in helping passengers escape the planes before they were consumed by fire. The disaster resulted in the loss of 583 lives, with only 61 survivors. The incident sparked a massive investigation, involving aviation experts and authorities from around the world, to determine the cause of the collision and prevent future tragedies.